motivational speeches all over the world. So he's back. So we're excited about that. All right. So today we are talking about a topic that applies to everybody. Everybody needs to learn more about this. And you look, it doesn't even matter how good you are at time management. You need to be here, right? Because you can learn something new, right? So today we're talking about time management, how to be more productive, right? How important is that to be more productive, right? There are a lot of people that are in business that are just going in circles every day, right? They're busy, but they're not productive, right? And they're like, wonder why I'm not making any money, but I'm so busy. Because you're not productive. That's that's why you need to be here. And yeah, you want to share this, right? You want to repost this. I want to give a shout out to Laverne Oliver for reposting our events. Carlene is she reposts our events. Wahid reposts. Sharon Winfred reposts as well. So we want you to repost this. All right. So let's get started. Our first speaker hails out of California, where it is 4:02 in the morning. 4:02. Now imagine, how many times have you gotten up at 2 something to get on a call at 4:02 in the morning? 99.999% of you have never done that, including myself. Right? But today we have a woman that's doing that, and she doesn't have to because she is super successful, but she is here to help us out. She is a financial strategist, right? If you want to learn about making money, investing money, all things money, you want to contact her, you want to download her ebook, right? She is an expert at that. And money is important, right? Money is important in our lives, right? Also, she is a 3rd degree black belt in martial arts, which means she is a very disciplined person, right? Someone that you can look up to and someone you don't want to mess with. All right. So without further ado, let's go out to California as I welcome Leah Garcia. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric F. King of Collaboration. I love this topic. Well, my name is Leah Garcia, financial strategist and insurance professional, and I serve entrepreneurs and enterprises on how to properly protect, distribute, and transfer their wealth so they can build their dynasty. That's right. Every one of you can build your own dynasty. Time management and how to be more productive. And I'm going to give you 3 golden nuggets. But first, I want to say, you know what? We got to do things faster. We got to see ourselves like we're closer to the goal than you think you are, but we're moving so slowly. I think we got to think faster, walk faster, talk faster, sleep faster, because we, as you all know, sleep is for the weak, and we are not weak. We are champions here. So I'm going to give you 3 golden nuggets on how to really be more productive. Time management. We got to protect our money just like we would our wealth, right? We got to protect our money just like we would protect our wealth from our scammers. So number 1 is audit your calendar like your bank account statement. You know, we go through our bank account statement and we look for things that are overdrawn and things that we're paying for that we don't need, but then we don't ever audit our time. How are we spending our time? Are we spending our time to build wealth? Are we wasting our time? Are we time wasters? It's those little blocks of time that we don't even think about. It's like, did it give you that ROI? Did it give you that proper rate of return? Or were you, just spending your time mindlessly? And we have to build things into our schedule, like time when we're going to eat, time when we're going to go to the bathroom, like not just like putting down the big rocks of the things that we know that we have to do, but the things that you need to do for yourself. Number 2, remember, compound interest works the same with time. It is those little blocks of time. Sometimes we think we need hours and hours to work out and hours to be with our family. Maybe it's that little 12 minutes. And if you know my good friend Eric Doby, you know what I'm talking about. He calls it the 5-12s. 12 minutes a day, you could learn a language. In 12 minutes a day, you could have a routine, an exercise routine. In 12 minutes a day, you could read a book. You could probably read a book a month in just 12 minutes a day. But so many times we think we need hours and hours to be able to do that. So look for those little blocks of times. Maybe you take a book with you when you're going out and about through your day. Keep it in the car, things like that. Number 3, this is big. Pay yourself first with time. I call it the pink personal time. Many of us say we're doing this for our family, but then are we really investing the time into our family and the personal time that we need? So I put those pink, the first thing I put on my calendar is my pink personal priorities. I block them out. I know when I have family time. I know when I have me time, because we all need some me time. I don't know about you, but are you scheduling in your meantime? Listen, if you don't put yourself as a priority, then everybody else will not want to put yourself as a priority either. Because if we don't put ourselves as a priority, then other people will come and start trying to make withdrawals out of our schedule, and you'll be bankrupt. Listen, last week I had a rough week, personally and professionally. Just a lot of crazy things happened. I've got clients who, unfortunately are experiencing some tremendous things, and I just needed a day off. Thankfully, I'm self-employed. I was able to rearrange my schedule. I was like done by 9 o'clock. Like I was out of here because I needed that personal time for me. And probably you need that personal time for you. So I would say protect your money like you would from a scammer. And what's a call to action? For the next 3 days, I want you to audit your schedule. I want you to look at the things that you're spending your time on. Are there little time wasters? And maybe you need those time wasters, but maybe it's not really serving you. And then make those adjustments, because we're champions. We understand that we don't panic, we pivot. So that's what I wanted to share. Remember, time is more valuable than it is money, because you can never get back your time. That's a quote by Jim Rohn. Hand it back to you, Mr. Eric. I'm ready to and excited to hear from my rest of my esteemed colleagues.
Awesome. And we are excited also. Thank you so much thank you so much for that. Great way to kick off the day and to kick off the week. All right, so we are going to go now to all the way to Nigeria, West Africa, to hear from our next speaker, who is also known all over the world for what he does. He is influencing so many people and helping so many people. If you've never heard him before, then you're in for a treat. Okay. And his voice, the ladies say he has a sexy voice. So, you're going to enjoy that too for the ladies. I don't think so, but what do I know? So this gentleman, I like to put him on the spot like this. This gentleman helps people to change their lives, right? Change their lives. What he teaches changes lives. I won't really get into it much because I don't want to steal his thunder. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up Zion Enogru. The floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric F. King. It's such a privilege to be here. And Leah Garcia, it's always powerful when you kick us off, because you set the tune for the day. And that's so amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Eni. We appreciate you too. And all our MVP who are joining us from all over the world, we want to say a very big thank you. Yes. My name is Zion Enogru, your positivity coach and mentor, helping entrepreneurs and business owners to embrace the power of positivity to achieve success in life and also in their business. Now, talking about time management, if there's one thing I've learned again and again, it's one thing that we as humans, we do not have control over is our time. We have control over all things, money, the economy, relationship, but we do not have control over time. And I'm going to share with us some of the few points that you can be able to use to manage your time. The first, you must understand that time management is a choice. I will say that again. Time management is a choice. You have to choose to be able to manage time. I've heard people say, "Oh, I'm not good at time. I'm good at all things, but when it comes to time, no, I'm not that kind of a person." It's a choice you have to make. The reason why most people are still finding themselves not being able to manage their time and be more productive, it's because you've not made that intentional choice to pay attention to your time. It's a choice you have to make. Now, it's not a choice you make one day and say, because I make a choice for time on Monday, I'm not going to make it on Tuesday. No, it's a lifelong journey that you continually make a choice for your time. And when it comes to making a choice for your time, there's one thing I've learned about time management. It's a skill. Time management is a skill. It's a skill that can be learned. It's a skill that can be groomed. It's a skill that can be nurtured. There is nobody who was born to be a master of time. We all, at a point in our life, make that decisions and decide to keep grooming it every day. For peradventure, you are that person right now, you are finding it difficult to manage time. It's okay. We are all once there, and you can start now. The ability for you to make a choice and say, you know what, from today henceforth, I need to be intentional about my time. I need to pay attention to it. Like I said, it's like a skill. It's like a muscle that you can groom every day, you can nurture every day, you can grow every day. And like the popular saying goes, the practice make mastery. And I tell you, the more you intentionally practice time management, paying attention to your time, the more better you're going to get at it. So I will tell you again, time management is a choice that you have to make today. But every day you have to nurture that choice so that you can get better at it. Then secondly, when it comes to time management, one thing that I've used that has really made me to be effective and productive, and I'll share with you again today, it's the ability for us to set reminders or set our calendars or get a visual assistance. If you're finding it difficult to be able to manage your time by yourself, get someone, a visual assistant, or set reminders or calendar for everything I need to do for a day. It's all in my alarm. It's all in my reminder. Once it's 11 a.m., this I'm supposed to be doing. This I'm supposed to be doing. It helps me to be accountable to myself, and it helps me to put me in check. Sometimes we can get so busy and we forget. We can get so consumed with doing a particular task and forget there is something else to do. But the ability for you to set reminder, set your calendar, it's very key. And I'm glad we all have gadgets. We all have your laptop, your mobile phone, which there are reminders, there are calendar there that helps put you in check. So for you to be able to manage your time effectively, there is need for us to set reminders. Set reminder. And the next point, if there's something I've learned again about time management, the ability for you to say no and set boundaries. Say no and set boundaries. For most of us, we say yes to everything. All that glitters are not good. For the fact it's a good idea, it's a good vision, doesn't mean it's for you. So you must be able to know what is for you and be able to set boundaries. And by setting boundaries, it helps you to put your priorities right. What are the things in your life that are more important to you? And put them at a scale of importance and do them one at a time. So we must learn to set boundaries just to avoid us being overworked out, just to avoid us being overwhelmed. Because when you get to the point where you are burnt out, when you get to the point where you're overwhelmed, you can literally not do anything. So be able to manage your workload, be able to manage your task by setting boundaries, know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. So it helps you to keep your life structured, it helps you to keep your time well managed, and helps you to be productive. And lastly, I will end with this. When it comes to time management, there are 1,001 excuses for you to give. I tell you, there are 1,001 excuses for you not to do a task, for you not to do a particular thing. You must learn to avoid excuses. In other words, avoid procrastination. The reason why most of us do not have proper time management because we procrastinate a lot. Oh, I still have time. I will do it later. I will do it in the next 1 hour. I will do it in 30 minutes time. Why not do it now? It's all about taking action. Time management is about taking action. Time management is about doing that thing you need to do now. There is no need to push it forward. If you need to do something, go for it. Take action. So I just want to encourage us, when it comes to time management, it's all about taking the necessary actions you need to take. There is no need to push tasks forward and say, oh, I still have enough time. No, we all have 24 hours a day. If you can do the tasks much more earlier, if you have free time, you can use it for something else. So time management is an intentional art that needs you to take action beyond just imagining it. Oh, I want to be a good time management. It's beyond the imagination. There is need for you to take actionable steps. There is need for you to be intentional and go out there and do it. Set the reminder, delegate, set boundaries, and position yourself to tell yourself that you can do it. You must tell yourself that you can manage time. Now, if you're in that category of telling yourself, oh, I'm not good at time, from today, change your narrative. Tell yourself you can manage time. Tell yourself, I'm a good time manager. And I tell you, when you begin to change your narrative like that, your narrative begins to shape your reality. And I believe that we all can be able to manage time with the right mindset. And that's why I always talk about positivity, applying positivity in everything you do. It starts from the mind, and the ability for you to settle it and define it in your mind gives you that leverage to be able to settle it in reality. That's why I would say, when your mind is set, your life is set. So time management is beyond those things. It starts with your mind. If you can set it up in your mind, definitely you are destined to get there. And never forget, in positivity, there's always endless possibilities for you. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I give the mic back to Mr. Eric.
All right, all right. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Great insights. Great insights. All right. So let me just welcome everybody before I bring up my good friend from Great Britain. All right. So welcome, Sharon. Good to see you. Abiadun, good to see you. Welcome. Let's see. Coral from across the pond is here. All right. We have Dr. Vivian. Welcome. Welcome. Yes, we'll get to your question, Dr. Vivian. Good to see you. Carlene is here. All right. If I didn't mention your name, some people are not showing up here for some reason. Eric Doby, welcome. Yeah, just let me know and I will mention you guys. All right. All right. So let's keep going. Let's keep moving. By the way, if you have a question, put it in the chat. Start with the word question and then put in your question so I know that you have a question. All right. All right. So let's go to our next speaker. Hopefully he'll show his face right now. He's not showing it yet, but maybe he wants to.
My camera is playing up, Eric.
Okay, no problem, no problem. We can hear your voice. You have a unique voice, right? People say that you're more soft-spoken than me and you have a nicer voice than me. It's okay. I'm not jealous. It is what it is. And you have a British voice too. Like, I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, all right. Anyway, let me not digress. Any Osong is a guy that makes you famous. If you want people to know about you and your business, this is the person you contact. I was on a call on LinkedIn a few years ago, and someone told me that that's the guy you need to talk to if you want to have a presence on LinkedIn. So guess what I did? I contacted him. And guess what? He gave me, because of him, I have many, many thousands of people here that see what we do. Yeah. So because of him, I met the folks that I'm talking to right now. So anyway, I'll let him tell you more about what he does. He's a fame expert all the way from Great Britain. He just came back from a huge presentation he gave in Ghana. So welcome back, Eni. Eni Osong, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. I'm glad the camera's not on. I'll be blushing, going red, right? Thank you for your kind words, Eric. Thank you so much. Yeah, Ghana was good, by the way. Ghana was really good. Best African country I've seen ever. So that says a lot. Anyway, let's talk about time. I think time is a thing that we don't have, but we have a lot of. I want to think something else about it. I said this time topic is an interesting one, everyone. It's an interesting one, right? We have 24 hours a day. If you break that down into minutes and seconds, we have a lot of time. Enough time for everything. And look, we're not going to make any more time. We never do, right? So I think the game really is about being productive. Bad head. No, the game's about being productive. How can we get more done in the time that we have? I think most people, me included, we are what I call drifters. We love to drift through our day. Time just flies, right? Time just goes. It never stops. And see, we could be what Mrs. Z said and what Queen Leah said, which is be more intentional. Appreciate that every minute counts. Get something done. Let's get something started. That's how you get to use time. So look, there's time tricks that we can learn, that we can all benefit from. Don't work forever. By the time you get to your 5th hour of working straight, you're less effective than you were in the first hour. So you're better off breaking your time down into hour chunks and working in short bursts rather than working in marathons. And as I said, my friends, I do this every day, right? Now, when you work in marathons, after a while, the equation, how much you get done to the amount of time, flips. Essentially, rather than being more productive as time goes on, you're losing time. So don't do that to yourself. So let's learn to work with our energy, rather than trying to work with time. Work with energy, high energy, high impact. I want to get this done. I want to get more done. See, I think when we work with our energy, everything changes because we'll get more done. We'll get more done more easily, and we'll get much more done easier, right? So now working with energy, I think, of course, it requires being committed. Mrs. Z said, choose, make a choice, make a choice. Do I really want to do this? If you do, then put it in. Don't turn up with, oh, I might get this done today. Maybe I get it done next hour. Maybe I get it done by tomorrow. Who knows, right? No. Come and say, right, I'm gonna have to get this done. I got this amount of time to get it done. I'm gonna start and do my best to get it done. On some days, you get more done. Other days, you probably get a bit less done. Which brings me to my second point. My second point is what we call the planning paradox. So whatever you plan to do, my friends, is going to take you at least twice as long. You heard me. So given that you know it's going to take you twice as long, start sooner, start earlier. Don't wait until that magic moment to start, right? Get it done. Start now. And then begin to work towards it. And if you work towards it with the energy I mentioned earlier, you'll be nearer to getting it done on time. So look, many people will spend their time trying to worry about time. It's like, no, don't do that. And my to-do list didn't happen. Oh, I didn't finish my to-do list. Let me write another one. How many times can you write that to-do list when you can be doing work instead? Do some work. Get work done, my friend. It's so weird. I don't do a to-do list. Never have done, right? I know in my head what it's doing. I commit to it. Commit to it and just aim to get it done. It's not rocket science. I think it's part of being honest with ourselves. Again, rather than drifting through our day, let's focus on what needs to be done and start doing it. That's the only way things get done. Of course, look, here's one I have to say. I have to say, distractions. Oh, rabbit. Yeah, no. Don't be distracted. Shiny new things are going to fly past you all day, every day, right? Don't get distracted. Focus. Even if the world is burning around you, ignore it. Focus on what you have to do. That's the way you're going to get it done, my friends. So there's a saying I tend to live with. Don't count the hours, make the hours count. See, that's the time management thing, right? That's it. That's at the heart of the conversation. Look, one thing I will say to you is we have to know what's in our wheelhouse. Some things are not for us. Get someone else to do it for you because it's just not something we're good at. Know what those things are. Rather than bashing your head against a brick wall, get someone else to do the right things, and then you can focus on your expertise, the things that you're master at. That's how you save time, my friends.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Incredible nuggets today. Incredible nuggets. All right. So we're going to keep going. Welcome, everybody. We have more and more people jumping on, and I see some questions. That's exciting. All right. So I want to share some information here, and then we'll get to our questions. All right. First of all, everybody has 24 hours in the day. So why is it that some people are so productive and some people aren't productive at all, right? One of the reasons is they focus on time management. Like it's something that you have to intentionally do. It's not by accident, okay? I have a friend, his name is Eze. We call him Easy, E-E-Z-E. He's a realtor. He's one of the top realtors in the whole country in the United States, right? And he's a good friend of mine. He lives in Maryland. We just hung out yesterday, actually, over the weekend. And I wonder sometimes how he's able to sell 7 houses in one month, and the average realtor is sitting around saying, well, interest rates are too high. Interest rates are too high. Interest rates are too, you know what I mean? Right? So why, I'd be talking to him at 9 o'clock and it's 9:25 and he says, Eric, I got to get off the phone. And I said, why? He said, I have to be asleep at 9:30. I said, why? Because I have to wake up at 4:30. I said, why? Because I have to work out. I have to work out before I go out, before I start prospecting. I'm like, really? Like will one day make a difference? He said, oh yeah, absolutely. So here's the thing. Discipline is what you need. You need discipline. We all need discipline, right? When you're disciplined, then you can manage your time much better, right? If you search him up online, Easy E, realtor in Maryland, he's everywhere. You'll think he has 1,000 hours in a day. He has 24, but he's just very disciplined, right? So discipline is very important. I'm going to share a short story with you that you will remember. This story will make you remember the importance of time. I was in Texas many years ago. I was in my 20s and I went to a presentation done by this billionaire in Texas. Okay. And he said to everybody, he said, if I gave you $1 million today, like, because I have the money, right? Would you take it? If I give everybody in here $1 million, how many people would take it? And almost 100% of us put up our hand. At least 90 something percent put up our hand. He said, okay, great. He said, let me just change it a little bit. How many people here would take the $1 million, but you only have 7 days to live? Nobody put up their hand. Nobody. So he said, time is more important than money. And we're like, wow. Right? Like $1 million is great, but I want to be here though. Then I want to stick around, right? So that's the thing. So time is so important. And we're going to get to, someone asked a question about that, about the money versus time. We're going to get into that. So I just wanted to share that story for everybody to realize that, your time is so important. You can make $1 million, lose it, make it again, lose it, right? But you'll never get the time back though. You'll never get the time back, right? You can get the money back. All right. There are two things I really want to talk about, really. One thing that leverages your time as a speaker, coach, author is public speaking, because you're able to speak to more people at one time, right? I'm the CEO and founder of studiospeaking.com. And I help a lot of speakers, coaches, and authors. I put them on a big stage so they can speak to the masses. But aside from that, I promote them in my ads so thousands of people see them, right? Leveraging their time, right? The more people see your information, the less time you need to share it, because again, you're leveraged, right? Leverage. All right. So speaking of that, I don't even know how I did that. I didn't even mean to do that. Anyway, speaking of that, another thing that, for those of you that are not speakers, and that's fine, another way to leverage your time is social media. Some people, I had someone send me a message on social media, I think around 10 in the morning. And then at like 2, she sent me another message and said, did you see my message? And then she question mark. I didn't see it to that night. Because she saw my videos and posts, she thought I was just online. So she thought I've seen her message. I'm like, no, I don't spend all day on social media. I have to get work done. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. One of the ways you can leverage your time is through social media, by posting information, posting videos that help your target audience. And here's the thing, posting on multiple platforms, right? If I do a video, I post on different platforms. So now I have thousands of people see it that are on different platforms, right? And then you can repost, right? So that's a great way to leverage your time. Now, let me tell you the biggest time waster of all time known to man. Ready? Take some notes. Social media. Because some people scroll for 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day, wasting their time away, wasting their life away on things that don't matter to you, don't matter to your family, don't help you move forward, right? Spend more time being a producer. Do what Leah does and produce, right? She has a show, she produces. Zion has a show, he produces. Annie has multiple shows. They produce, right? Don't spend your time just being a consumer every day, just watching videos of other people all day. When I see a video that I like, you know what I do? I put it in a folder, because I'm not going to watch it right then, because I don't want to spend my whole day on social media, right? And then I have a time on Saturday that I just sit back, relax, and watch those videos. You see? So that's very important. So social media, It's a great way to leverage your time. It's also a great time waster. So make sure you're not wasting time all day on social media. Okay. So that's what I want to share with you all. All right. All right. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to call on all my speakers to share real quick, where that you can reach them, because I know some people may have to drop off, and then we will get into the questions. I'm excited about that. All right. So let's start with Leah Garcia. Go ahead.
Yes, you can find me all over social media. My best social media is LinkedIn for sure. You can send me a DM there. You can also visit my Business Box, which is like an interactive website. You can download my free ebook, The Wall of Wealth, and take my money quiz. And it's really simple. LeahGarcia.io, LeahGarcia.io. And I'm excited to enjoy a coffee chat with you. I see a lot of you I know, but then I see a lot that I don't know. I'd love to enjoy a coffee chat with you.
Awesome. Awesome. Appreciate that. Zan, do you want to go next?
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Eric. For me, I'm on all socials as well, but I'm more active on LinkedIn, Zion Inogiru, the only one you can find on LinkedIn right now. You're Mr. Positive Energy. And I believe that there's so much we can do together in embracing the journey of positivity. And I believe that you can do it, and other persons out there we can do it with the power of positivity. So do well to reach out to me. Let's go on a journey of positivity together. So you did my back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. Do well to reach out to him. There's the eloquence again. All right, let's go. Okay, Annie, go ahead.
Yeah, my friends, LinkedIn is my home. It's where I spend most time. So do reach out to me. I'm just sharing my profile link now to connect with me. I'd love to meet with you to find out what you do. And I guess another benefit, another way of using time effectively is collaborating, right? Working with others. We love to do things ourselves. Let's learn to work together. It helps the job and gets us twice the results at best of times. So let's connect. Let's talk, my friend.
All right. Thank you so much, Annie. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right. For those of you that want to reach me, LinkedIn is, I'm here on LinkedIn, obviously. Eric F. King. I'm on Instagram, Eric F. King. Like everywhere you go is Eric F. King. Don't look for Eric King, or you'll spend the whole day looking for me and you won't find me. Because there are a lot of those, right? Eric F. King is where to find me. Connect with me. Social on LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever you want to connect. All right. So real quick, I do want to promote my event coming up. Like I said, studiospeaking.com. I help all these speakers and coaches. So obviously, if you want to speak on my stage, you can contact me on studiospeaking.com. But I also help thousands of people that watch my events. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to put this in the chat right now. You can click on it, successwitheric.com/Be Unstoppable 2025. All right. For Be Unstoppable 2025. Our event is on October 20th. All right. About 9 to 3 or something. Great. We have 9 incredible speakers. Click on there. You'll see all the speakers. 9 incredible speakers this time. And I'm not even going to get into everything they talk about, from mindset to skill set to strategies. Like I bring the best. So you are going to have a great time. Again, it's free. So click on it, register, and we'll see you there. All right. So let's start with the questions. I'm going to go first to Dr. Vivian Magnus. She says, is time really more valuable than money? I'm thinking money measures a proper use of time. It's like one manifests the other. What do you think? All right. So what do you think, folks? Is time really more important than money? Who'd like to start?
I'll kick it off.
This must be a hard one.
Please go, Zan. Please.
Go ahead, Zan.
Ladies first, so I'll allow you to go.
Okay. All right. Okay, you guys are too polite. We don't have a lot of time here.
Okay. Yes. In a word, yes. I believe for me, time is more valuable than money. And I talk about money all the time. I talk about investing your money, protecting your money, transferring your money. But here's the thing is that if we are how we do something is how we do everything. So if we're really time wasters with our time, we're probably going to be doing a lot of other things, probably wasting a lot of money too. But I love the question. Thank you, Dr. Vivian.
Awesome. Zion, go ahead.
Yes, that was a very profound question. For me, I think time is more valuable than money. And I love it when Mr. Eric said earlier, when you lose money, you can always get it back. you have enough time to get it back. But when you lose time, money cannot buy it back. Now, the reason why we place emphasis on money is because we all need money every day. We need money to do everything you need. So it tends to paint a picture that money is more valuable. But on the long run, for sustainability's sake and for posterity, when you look at life, you see that having time is more precious and more valuable than having money. Because money lost can be found, but time lost can never be found back. So thank you so much, Mr. Eric. I hid in my bag.
All right. Thank you. Annie, did you want to share?
I was replying to Sharon Rose. Look, I think time is more important than money. Okay. By a long way. We make the mistake of judging how well we use our time by how much money we're making. Time is money, blah, 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 right? But so that the people who are the wealthiest don't spend their time making that money. The money is working and making itself whilst they're doing something else. Yeah, so look at it from that angle. So we can make a lot more money when we are smart about ourselves and our time. Think of a trade, a plumber, for example. Many of them will charge you on what we call day rates. So they charge by the hour, right? How long it takes to finish a job. The smartest people finish the job very quickly and give you the huge bill anyway. It's not about the time, right? The smart person is the one who can get it done quicker, and then maybe even leave the customer wondering, why am I paying you so much when you got it done so quick? Just tell them, my friends, it's not about the time it takes me to learn. It's not about the time it takes me to do it. It's the years I learned from an expert. That's what you're paying me for. That's the truth, right?
Yes.
I'll leave it there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I understand what you're saying, Dr. Vivian, because money is very important. And for me, money actually gives me more time because I make more money, a significant amount of money. It actually gives me more time, right? My 13-year-old, we're talking the other day, and he was counting all the countries he's been to. I think he said he's been to 8 countries. And I said, you know that most 13-year-olds haven't been to 8 countries? He said, yeah, Dad. And then he's talking about all these places he's been to. Do you know he has never sat down to talk to me about the money I've given him? I've given him a lot of money for so many things over the years. For Christmas, I give him money all the time. He never talks about that. He talks about the experiences. He talks about hanging out with me. He talks about going on trips. He goes, the time is what really he remembers, right? Time is so valuable. Now I have to make the money to create the situations where where we have those experiences, right? So that's important. And then secondly, if you've ever lost a loved one, you'll know that time is more important than money, right? I lost my dad in 2019. And if God said to me, if you give me a certain amount of money, if you give me all the money in your bank account, I'll let him stay. He won't I won't call him up to heaven. I'll let him stay. I will gladly give up all the money in my bank account to have more time with my dad. Right. So if you look at it in terms of people you're around, time is infinitely more important than money. So that's my piece. All right, let's keep going. Great question, though. Great question. Our next question is Coral from across the pond says, how do you start your morning to set the tone for a productive day? Very good. Yes. And might I add, people start in different ways. I literally read books about this. Right. So I don't want anybody to think that if you don't start the way Leah starts, you won't be successful. Everybody's different. Right. But who'd like to share?
Yeah, I'll kick it off this time, Zion. So I would say, and I love that you pointed that out, Eric, because it really is about finding your own cadence, finding the things that work for you. You can read all kinds of different books, but it's really about what kicks you off. For me, I start with my morning meditation, prayer, and then I go to the beach. Yes, I'm blessed to be able to live by the beach. I take my beach walk and then I go to the gym. Like that is part of my morning routine. Sometimes I can't get to the beach because it's rainy or something. Sometimes I go on the rain anyway. So really it's just finding what do you need that fortifies you first thing in the morning. Because you can read all kinds of different books, but maybe that's not really what gets you going. For me, a beach walk always gets me going. So there you go. Thank you, Eric.
Very good. Thank you. Who'd like to jump in? Zan, you want to jump in?
Yes. Thank you so much, Leah. I believe that when it comes to how to start your morning, how to set the tone, it varies from person to person. What works for you might not work for me. What works for me might not work for you. But for me, if there's one thing I will always do to kickstart my morning is to pray. I pray and I speak into my day. My day is blessed. My day is wonderful. It just keeps me in that place where I know that whatever I'm doing today is going to be productive for me. And then I think about what I'm supposed to do during the day. And by so doing, it just helped me to set the tune to have a great and a productive day. So thank you so much. I yield my back to you.
Awesome. Great. Annie, what do
Yeah.
you do in the morning?
What do I do in the morning? I guess my aim is not to be flustered. It's not to be feel overwhelmed. I think give myself peace of mind. That's the only way I can get things done. So my day is about being intentional. So that, as Zion says, he does prayer. So I do meditation. And in the meditation, I play through in my head what needs to be done. So I visualize everything that I need to do being done, the process, and I visualize, I guess, the joy of when it's done, right? They say when I always think from the end. Now, with that, after I do my meditation and writing my goals for the day, my goals for the period, that's the week or month, then I'm at peace with myself, and then I approach my task just one by one. So I haven't got enough time to meditate over doing 100 things that many people try and do in one day. They say most you can do is 6 things a day, right? Focus on those. Focus on the top 4. Get those done. You're winning, right? That's the way I look at my day every day, and that way, things will always go wrong. People, things will get in you. People will get in your way. People they want to get in your diary. They want to come and do this, come and do that. If you thought about it and you put it as part of your mental plan, it's doable.
Right,
if you haven't put it in your part of your mental plan, let it go. Let it go. It's not for you, right? Maybe tomorrow. Look at it tomorrow, right?
Thank you, Annie. All right, appreciate that. So let's keep going. Let me tell you real quick what I do. The panel took the words out of my mouth. So every morning I have to pray. I'm a little superstitious. If I don't pray and something goes wrong around noon, I start blaming myself. I should have prayed, right? So I have to pray when I get up. I love the walk on the beach. I love that. Fortunate to build a house right by the beach, so I'm able to do that. Some people say you're lucky. It's not luck. It's hard work. So let's just put that in there. It's not luck. It's hard work. But anyway, yeah. So I love that. To walk on the beach. I look at my goals in the morning. I write the goals the day before. So I already have my planner. I know what I'm old school, so it's not. I don't have it on my phone. I have it on my planner, right? So write it down, right? So I look at my plan for the day and then the jump in the day, okay? So those are the kind of things I do. I like to work out, but I don't do that first in the morning. Some people do. I honestly don't do that first in the morning. All right, so let's keep going. The next question here that I have is Laverne. Laverne says, if someone feels constantly busy but not productive, what's the first step they should take to turn that around? Okay, great question. If you're busy but you're not productive, all right, who would like to address that shortly?
I'll go for it. The busy fool is what we don't want to be, right? The person who's busy doing a lot but not doing anything at all. And that's counterproductive. That is. I said that's what I mean by drifting. Look, my friends, we need to focus on the important things in our lives. I may come back to Dr. Vivian's point earlier. This money-making things in your business, are you doing any of those? If you're not, then you're just doing stuff, which doesn't count. And there's nothing more pointless than doing pointless stuff. Really. So now let's not waste our time doing that. If you know what you're doing in terms of being productive, then make a plan. Make that plan now. Dare to write down the important things, priorities, what needs doing, when, why, and then tackle those things one at a time.
Yes.
So when you're being productive, there's nothing better than that fulfillment you get, that joy when things are being done. And ultimately, nothing chases you. So there's nothing that when you're being unproductive because things chase you. People chase you. You said you would, but you didn't. Have you done it? And it's like, making excuses. Don't be that person. Be the person who says, "Here's what needs doing, and I just have to get it done."
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Leah, go ahead.
Yeah, what are the things that move the needle? If you're an entrepreneur, what are the things that are the money-making activities, and put those as your priorities? I always have 3 priorities for the next day. I think 6 for me is, I probably will do more than 6 things, but I always put 3 priorities that I have to get done that day so that I feel like I've been productive. Did I make those phone calls? Did I set up those appointments? So things like that. I hope that helps, Laverne. Great to see you on here live with us.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. And, I'm just going to reiterate what the panelists said. Income producing activity. What I do is I don't do it anymore, but because now I'm so dialed in. I used to highlight the income producing activity, right? So like I said, I'm old school, right? So I still use this, right? I still use that, right? So what I do is I write down all the things I need to do, and then I highlight the things that actually will make me money. And when you start doing that, you'll realize that a lot of things won't be highlighted. You're like, oh my goodness, that's why I'm not making any money. The most important thing is meeting people, right? Meeting people, right? How many people are you meeting? How many people are you getting on a Zoom call with? Talking to people. Money comes from people. So if you're checking out your website, if you're changing the colors on your site, if you're changing the logo, if you're doing all these things and you're not talking to people, you're not making money. All right. So I'm talking about from a business perspective. You want to be talking to people. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I would say about that. All right. So let's keep going. A great question. Let's see. Another question. Let's see. Okay. Well, this is a tough question, but hey, we got to ask ourselves. On your deathbed, will you wish you had more time in the office? How do you balance the pursuit of financial wealth and relational wealth? Okay. Well, we're talking wealth, so I think we'll go to Leah first.
Yeah, I know a lot of people talk. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great question, Michael. A lot of people talk about balance, and I don't believe there's any such thing as balance. If you're an entrepreneur, definitely not. And even if you have a job, I don't think there is. Like, you spend 8 hours a day working. Can you really realistically spend another 8 hours with your family? But it's really being intentional about that. What are you doing when we're together? So for example, when I spend time with my precious grandson, I have the story that we're going to tell, right? I have the activities that we're going to do down. We're counting our pennies. So it's really about understanding that it's being perfectly imbalanced, really is. That we call it spinning plates. So on my deathbed, I won't have any regrets because I do spend quality time with my family. I am doing the things that are the money-making activities. I mean, I do spend time with my faith. So it's really understanding, are you doing the things that you really want to do? And if you're not, start doing them now. Great question, Michael. I love it.
Yes. Great. Very thought-provoking. Annie, did you want to share?
Yeah, no, for sure. I would not be wishing I'd worked more on my deathbed. The reason I can get through my day and the way I get my head around this topic, Mike, is simply that I have to get so good. I can quantum time. And there's a book, I guess in the U squared, right? It's about you being better and being able to do more in the time that you have. Imagine if you are almost twice as good, you can do twice as much, and more, right? That's where we have to try and get to, rather than bashing our head against a wall on something that we're not good at, something that's going to take us all day. So that's the thing that's not for us. Get someone else to do it. Admin tasks, for example. As a business owner, we waste a lot of time doing the small stuff that makes us no money. You know, the way I make money is by doing the right things, the things that make me money quicker than others.
Yeah.
You know, as Queen Leah said, look, we have enough time. You know, we just choose not to spend it efficiently. I remember when I used to do my gym, Eric, 3 hours a day, every other day. My son, my 16-year-old, told me in the end, Dad, what is the point? I'm like, what? I have to do more exercise, don't I? He goes, no, you really don't. You know, what you need to do is you need to activate those muscles sometime in the day. And 15 minutes a day is enough for what we need to be in terms of exercise. No, so those things I will keep saying, I haven't got enough time. Spending time with family. You got time. You know, it takes you, the time you spend thinking about it's probably taking longer than actually getting it done.
Exactly.
You know? Go spend time with your wife, go spend time with the kids. 10 minutes is all it takes. Get back to work after that, right? I said, no, we've got enough time in the day for sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Annie. Yeah, so it's a great question. And for me, I work so hard when I need to, it gives me permission to take time off, right? Like if you go to my calendar, you cannot schedule a time on Saturday. It's impossible. Because Saturday, I'm coaching soccer, I'm with my son, we're going out, we're doing things, I'm taking them to birthday parties, right? You can't schedule. Like, well, Eric, don't you want more money? Don't you, why? No, the thing is, I need to spend time with the family too, right? You can't schedule a call on Sunday mornings. You can't even schedule a call on Sunday. Why? Because I'm at church. I spend more, and you know, with our church, the last half the day, the half the day you're still there. Like, what's going on? But anyway, that's another thing. But like you see what I'm saying. So you can have time that you spend with family, time that you like to do your hobbies, whatever. But just make sure that you have that time set aside that you're just gonna do your business. You're going to work hard, or if it's your job, whatever it is, you're going to be serious during that time, right? I can take a call at 10 p.m. for my business, right? But I can't take a call at 10 a.m. on a Saturday because I'm on the field, on the soccer field, right? So hope that helps. Thank you so much for that, Michael. Appreciate that. All right, so we are winding down. Let's see. I don't think there's any other question. Maybe there is.
There was another question. I'm not sure if we got to by Coral. Something about looking back.
Okay.
What were your time wasters? Something like that.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
I think me and Queen Leah are standing. Sharon Rose just says, "Who's standing right now?" I'm standing. I put myself a standing desk, about a year ago. So we're standing. So we get you, Sharon. We get you.
What? I don't get it. So somebody explain to me.
So you got a question there. Who's standing right now?
Oh yeah, I'm sitting. I'm sitting.
I always stand.
Yeah, I stand when I'm doing like webinars, presentations. But for these, I sit because I'm more a facilitator. Right, I don't want to take over the show, so I do it for those. That's how I do it in my head. That's what I tell myself. It's not about me. Let me sit down and bring the other speakers. Yeah, good question. And you said that Cole had a question.
Yeah, it started like looking back. What were your time wasters? Something like that.
All right, so we have like 3 minutes. So real quick, looking back, what productivity advice would you give your past self when you're just starting out? So real quick, who wants to share?
Real quick, I would say I would have built more forgiveness into my schedule. So now I put in white space so that I have the time to catch up. And that has really helped me tremendously. I didn't do that in the beginning. I'd have back to back to back. Hopefully that helps. Great question, Coral.
Awesome. Annie, real quick.
If it's self-care, look, you can't work all the hours God sends. It's not going to happen. And you're going to get exhausted, right? So take breaks, spend time doing the other things in life. Family, friends, exercise, healthy eating, relaxing on the beach, as Queen Leah does. And Eric, I'm saying, do those things. It's not going to kill you, I promise you. Yes. It'll help you more than anything else.
Absolutely. Yeah. So again, like what I said before, just schedule your time so you have time that you spend for the family. And then you have time that you do your business. But when you're doing your business, do your business. Do your business, income producing activity. All right, so we're about to close out. Appreciate everybody being on today. By the way, again, make sure you repost this, okay? If you're watching now, put in hashtag live if you're actually on this call now. If you're watching on the replay, put hashtag replay. And we're gonna shout you out if you repost this. If you go to my page, Eric F. King, and you repost, we will shout you out. Let's see. So I want to shout out Laverne Oliver, Carlene Lemmer, Wahid, let's see, Sharon Winfred. All these people promoted us. They promote this. We don't ask you for money, but we do ask that you promote us so other people can see it. All right. So when you go to my page, just make sure you repost our next event, repost this event, just repost as much as you can. All right. And again, click on the link. Carl, if you can put it in there, I think it's successwitheric.com/Be Unstoppable 2025. You'll be in there. Click on the link. You guys can show up for free on the big, huge Zooms. It's going to be exciting. 9 incredible speakers, October 20th. Put it in your calendar, whatever you have to do. If you have to take off of work, start now. If you have to start coughing at work, you did the day before, stop coughing. Whatever you got to do, you don't want to miss it. All right, so we appreciate all of you. We will see you same time next week. We're here for you every single Monday, 7 a.m. Eastern time. It has been a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege to be here with you today. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.